right, it may not look like it, but it's a pretty steep slope down to the pond where I'm at right here. It goes down, it's probably 30 degrees right here, and then it goes down probably 35 to 40 down there towards the edge of the pond, so I have to be really careful. And I put a bunch of weight in the back of the lawnmower to help with some of the traction. It helped a little bit, actually it helped quite a bit, but not enough for me to feel comfortable getting close to the edge of the pond. Up here, it's relatively flat, so this was an easy area to get to. Give them a little bit more wandering space, make it less easy for raccoons and whatever come in here and sneak up on them. So got a bit more mowing to do, quite a bit more mowing to do, but I need to charge the batteries and come back and finish it. So there we are for now. Looks like we got a storm coming in. It's like a perfect day. It's not humid. It's not hot. It's got a nice breeze going on. Good day for a little manual labor in the orchard, but the storms are coming. I kind of let the orchard go a little bit too much, and now there's just so much overgrowth, especially on the banks of the Half Moon swales. So a lot of work, but it's all right. It is what it is, right? I have to use shorter screws so it doesn't come out the face. I clipped these, but I had to start it with a regular screw because it has the tip so it doesn't wander. assembled the side cabinet and I've put it on the side of the bathroom sink base, and this is where it's going to sit. It's primed right now, and I'm going to be painting it the same color as the base cabinet here, and I'll probably stain these shelves. Anyway, this is where it's going to sit. Now what I need to do is put this cabinet in place where it's going to be, and then I can measure and cut the top and or the countertop and get this all buttoned up. Yeah. Alright, let's get this thing measured. Again, I need to follow the lines of the floor here because, like I said, the floor is not straight to the walls. Where are we at here? We're at 4 1/8. 4 1/8. So that is straight. And I think this is, yeah, that's over as far as it can go. So that's where it's going to sit. We are 43 1/4. Yep, 43 1/4. From corner to there, it's 45 inches. From there to there, it's 45 1/2 inches. And that's because this wall and this wall is not a perfect 90. And the way that the cabinet is sitting is not going to be perfect to the wall. Right, so again, let's do 45 1/2, 45, and then from there to there it's basically 22 1/2, and from there to there it's 23 1/2. So it's quite cattywampus, if you will. I'm going to cut the top at 47, and that'll give me some wiggle room as I adjust this. So 47. So I am creating a template. I actually saw this when they were installing the cabinets in the kitchen. And what they did, when they came out and measured, they had plastic strips that they would lay out and glue together and make a pattern of the countertop and then bring that back to the shop, and they would cut the countertop, bring the countertop out. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just using leftover flooring and I'm creating a pattern. I'm going to glue these together and then put this and trace this on the butcher block and cut that. And I think that will be the easiest way for me to get the correct countertop cut for this space, just because of the way that the walls are not square and stuff. So I have a 1/2 inch reveal from the edge of this base cabinet to the edge here. That's standard. And then I have about a 3/8 inch reveal over on this side. I don't need it to hang over that side very far. So yeah, so that is what I'm going to do. I think that should work. Loctite super glue. Hold for 30 seconds. 4, 5, 6, 7, 29, 30. So that should be. No, it didn't. It didn't. Wow. It doesn't want to stick to this. Well, that puts a little damper on my idea. Wow, super glue does not stick to laminate flooring. It turns out that it sticks to the bottom side. So these here are just to keep the middle from swinging back and forth, or from swinging, twisting I guess is the right word. The more important ones are the edges. 28, 29, 30. 27, 28, 29, 30. All right, and I think this guy is not going to hold. Well, it might. Let's hope this thing sticks together. That's pretty sturdy. Sweet. So the important thing is that the front edge is aligned with the template, because I want all my grain to be going straight with the front edge. So there's some trimming to do, quite a bit of trimming, but I think this is going to work out quite well. Sweet, 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 sweet. Make sure that is right at the edge. This should be right there. Perfect. That's going to be perfect. One more straight line cut right there, and I've already cut this edge right here, but I didn't hit record. But either way, you can see the red mark. Cut distance from edge to blade is 5 inches. So if I go 5 inches there, 5 inches there, double check, 5, 5. It does a little pendulum swing, so I gotta just keep making sure here, because I want it to be a nice straight cut. Get one shot at this. There we go, 5, 5, 5, perfect. Now I think I locked that in place. Just going to double check that. So that will cut into it a little bit too. It's okay. I need to go over just a slight bit. So 5. I'm going to do 5 and an 1/8. 5 and a 16th actually. 5 and a 16th. 5 and a 16th, 5 and a 16th, 5 and a 16th. Okay, lock that down, and then check one more time. Yep, yep, yep. That's heavy. Whew. There we are. All right. Yeah. Perfect. That is a nearly perfect fit. Around the edges, I will be putting just some caulking and stuff. So I'm going to stain this. I'm going to seal it with probably polyurethane, a few coats of that. I'm probably going to do all of that off camera, but we'll show you what it looks like. And before I can permanently affix the cabinet in place, I need to measure and cut and put in trim behind the toilet here, because when this thing's pulled out of the way, I can just slide it in and then push the cabinet back in place. But I am very happy with this. There's a little bit of a gouge right here, so I'm gonna have to kind of round the corner here. Probably should do that anyway, just so we don't hurt ourselves when we get up from the toilet. Anyway, that's cool. That's gonna work out nicely. And then we'll have a surface mounted bowl and faucet. Well, here we are. The cabinet is, I guess, finished. There's a couple little things I need to touch up on, but I'll do that off camera. Not really worth mentioning here, but yeah, all done. We got a nice side shelf. We'll put our toilet paper holder up here, and we'll have some spaces to put toilet paper. The trash bin will go down here. So all that will be out of the visible way, unless you're, of course, using the toilet. And yeah, so need to do the pole handles on them. I need to put the toe kick down here, and then of course I need to put the sink in and the faucet in and the mirror. And I'm actually going to do 1 or 2 more coats of polyurethane on the top here, sand this down nice and smooth, and do a couple more coats. But again, I'll do that off camera. But yeah, there we are. It's looking pretty good. It's coming along. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.